I'm Katrina and this is So and Tare, and today we're going to be picking these peaches and canning them on a different day. So I want to get to these. Our plums in the front, the birds have found them, so I want to pick these before I pick those so that they don't end up coming here. Probably won't pick all of these, just the ones that are ripe, and as you can see in our shade cloth, it has gotten quite low. And there's some peaches down there, and some are even rotting, so that's fun. But I need to get to these while we still can. And for that, I'm going to use this picker. I'll put a link in the description. Yeah, these are ready. I have an assumption that all of them are going to be ready, or most all of them will be. What's nice about this is that you can get several peaches at once and then bring it down and put it in your container. Okay, now I just stabbed this one. I'm going to keep this separate from the rest because this will start to rot sooner, so this is something that we're going to eat fresh. And then you don't want to keep this in the same basket because every time I've done it and said, I'll separate it later, I never do. So keep them separate. Well, there's another one. That is one thing I don't like about this one, is these tines. I think they should have done paired them up so they're not pokey. Now, when you're filling up these buckets or a container or whatever it is, you want to put the pointy side up and that side down, and that will create the least damage. And then if you're going to do layers, layer them in between. Now, I just saw that this had a split. I'm going to take that out of this one and into my other container. Now, here's one with some fruit fly damage. You can see it's kind of soft there. We can cut that off and still use it. So it's going in my damaged area. So this is one more use for our quail egg picker-upper. Is getting peaches out of the shade cloth. Lots of uses for these things. They're not just for raviolis, are they?
They were for raviolis?
That's what they're for, is getting them out of the boiling water.
Okay. Now I know. I thought it was only for that.
And today we're going to be canning peaches. So I've done this before with raw pack method for our easy pick nectar peaches, and it turned out great. They're a little soft, but that's okay. Now, all of the things I've read is that hot pack is better. It doesn't make sense to me, but I'm going to try both. We have one of the varieties, our last peach variety of the year, we just picked the whole tree, and it's the Bonita peach, and it's a good peach, but it's not a great peach, so I thought it would be a good candidate for canning. And when I canned before, it was a sweet peach, and so I didn't add any sugar, I just canned in water. This time I'm going to can in a light syrup. So I'm using this book, and you can also go on the website for this. It's USDA, it's National Center for Home Food Preservation website. I'll put a link in the description below. But you can also get a printed version of this. Online is always going to have the most up-to-date, but this will have, the most recent printing, I guess. And so in here we have the directions of the same directions that you'll find online. If you want a printed copy, you do have to pay for it. But you can download a PDF for free, and you can get all the information, not even on a PDF, just on the internet from this website, which is awesome. So there's your sugar table, your simple syrup table, and we are going to do peaches. Now, I'm going to do 2 different kinds of peaches. One is a hot pack and one is a raw pack, and we're just going to see which one we like better and go from there. So because I'm doing this 2 different ways, I need to split my syrup. So the syrup it's melted, it has not come to a boil yet, and so I've split it. It's about 3 1/3 cups in this pot, and there's another pot back behind here that has 3 cups. So I anticipate this will be used for 5 pints of the hot pack, and the other one will be used for the 4 pints of the raw pack. That's the plan. So this has simple syrup in it. It's not boiled or anything. And I'm going to put in 6 pounds of peaches because we're going to do 5 pints hot pack and 4 pints raw pack. And that's, oopsie, approximately how the math works out. Okay, now we're supposed to bring this to a boil and then fill the jars. I'm gonna get my lids ready and boiling while that's doing that. And I'm going to take out my jars. They are hot and sanitized. Alright, this has been brought up to a boil. I'm turning it off now. We're going to use a slotted spoon. So we only get the peaches, and then we'll put the syrup in later. Now, for the raw pack, I've arranged them. They're supposed to arrange them cut side down so you can fit more in. I'm not sure how we're going to be able to do that when it's hot. So I think I'm just going to shake it down. It smells good. Now the reason for this is that so that we can figure out which one we like better. We might like both for different reasons, I don't know. It's good to experiment, see what you like, see what you don't like. Alright, I got one more jar hot. Because surprise, surprise, this recipe made more, the weight made more jars worth than expected. Which I guess is better than the other way around. Alright, this is 6 pounds of peaches. It makes almost 6 quarts, but these are wide mouth, so they're going to be a little bit bigger. 1/2 inch headspace is what we're going for. Alright, debubbling. Alright, and take a little bit of liquid out of this one. Put it in there. This one's gonna need a little more. This one I think has too many peaches. vinegar time because we have some sugary stuff. I want to make sure that that does not get on the rim, so we have a nice clean seal. Alright, we're using our harvest guard lid, which has a separate gasket. These are reusable. Just a little bit of pressure from a finger, down the fingertip tight. And I'm going to give it a little extra, just a little bit, because I don't want it to come off. Alright, into the pot. Look how pretty that is. Alright, we're going to do one more, just syrup. So hot pack for peaches for pints is 20 minutes. This is just about to boil. So once it boils, you start your timer, 20 minutes. Here we go. Looks good. Time to pick this up by the jar and twist it down. Pick it up by the jar. Don't have to do this if you have metal lids. This is just what Harvest Right does and their methodology. There we go. Now we wait 12 to 24 hours to check the seals. Alright, here we go. Hot jars. I've packed the raw peaches in here. We have hot syrup now. Sorry guys, my battery died. So I was saying is that I did mix in some of the leftover syrup from the hot pack in with this syrup. I figure why not, it's just a little bit more flavor. Alright, let's debubble. There's a lot more bubbles in this one than there was in the raw pack, in the hot pack. I think I might have to take some peaches out. It looks like I packed them a little too tight for the raw pack. These ones also float, so it's kind of hard to judge. Alright, vinegar as an anti-sticky. Alright, into the pot. And this will be 25 minutes once it comes up to boil. This is just to add a little bit of height to the water. Didn't have quite enough. Alright, our 25 minutes are up. Let's see what they look like. Always open this away from you. And they're really floaty, and that's generally what people get out of raw peaches. That's what happened in the last batch I did. Alright, so we are here. One of us is here. We are here to try the peaches. So I did 3 different kind of ways of doing it. So this is a cold pack in light syrup. Looks good, isn't it? This is a hot pack in light syrup. So the only difference is cold pack and hot pack. And then this is a hot pack in very light syrup. So this has less sugar. So we're going to see which one we like the best so that we can do this for future ones. The peach that we chose to can is a Bonita peach, and that is a peach that hasn't been too sweet, so I think having some of the syrup in there might be beneficial to the taste. Okay, I'm opening all these with one of these little tools. Okay, so I'm going to be putting these in 3 separate bowls, and we can try them.
It has different texture.
Maybe we should show that, huh? So this is raw pack, this is hot pack, and this is hot pack. So obviously these 2 have been cooked, and this one was not cooked before. Obviously they all got cooked during the canning process. This one, it looks like, soaked up a lot more of the syrup. So the book says that hot pack comes out as a better product, but we just want to test that.
It looks very, very cooked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The hot pack?
Yeah.
I'll show it there this way too.
Looks good enough for puree.
Or pie. Maybe. Okay.
If you add it to pie, it's gonna cook extra.
Alright, so this is the cold pack light syrup. This is hot pack light syrup. And this is hot pack very light syrup. You ready?
Been ready.
You've been ready? Okay, here's cold pack light syrup.
You forgot to cheers.
Cheers! I like it. Tastes like canned peaches?
No.
No? What does it taste like?
It tastes good. Tastes better than canned peaches because it's fresh.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So it tastes different than the metal canned ones? You can taste the metal in everything though, can't you?
Probably. Not all of it.
I know you say that for the beans.
On the beans, yeah.
Okay. Here is hot pack light syrup. So same amount of syrup, same sweetness of syrup, just hot packed. Cheers.
I thought it was gonna be more cooked, but I think it has pretty good texture.
Which do you think is better?
I like the first one better.
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
Should we try it? Just make sure.
I think it's a little more sweet, the first one, than this one. But the texture is pretty similar.
Let's try that one again. Cheers. I like the first one better too. Yay for less work!
I think it's more sweet. Did you add it?
Same amount. It's the same. It's the exact same syrup.
Yeah,
so
this one is less sweet, but I think this one is healthier because it's The sugar.
It's the same as our sugar.
Yeah?
It's the same syrup. It doesn't taste as sweet though, does it?
Why it doesn't taste as sweet?
I don't know.
You sure you put enough?
Yes! Let me double check the lid. Yeah,
I think
light syrup.
You don't taste it as much. It's a big difference.
Okay, so let's see about between that one and the next one, which is a very light syrup. The only difference between the one that we just tasted and the next one is it has less sugar.
Okay.
So let's taste the difference. Cheers.
Cheers.
That to me tastes like canned peaches.
You can tell that it's very light.
But that to me tastes like canned peaches, like out of a can. Because it has more of that watery texture.
They taste fresh, but I don't taste the canned flavor.
I'm going to taste the other one. The other hot pack.
It is more watery, but...
No, that's what I mean by the can. So the very light syrup has good flavor, but the kind of the texture of it, like if you have canned peaches from the store, it feels like it's watery when you bite into it. You know what I'm talking about? Try it again.
No. I think they taste okay, but they feel a little more firm. This one, it tastes more cooked.
It's the same amount of cooked as the other one.
No, more cooked than the canned ones.
Yeah. So it's still good peach. This is a good peach. It's good canned peach, but we both like the first one best. The raw.
No.
The cold packed. That one has the least amount of work.
That's better.
I'm gonna taste this one now that much better. That's interesting. I'm surprised at that result because the one with less work is the one I like the best. Not because it's less work. It's interesting because all of the cookbooks or all of the canning books say that the hot pack has a better result. So I did more of those. So I guess now we know.
I think they probably add more sugar to it and makes it taste better.
I don't think so.
Unless they follow the same recipe as you.
Well, I followed their recipe. Yeah.
Or it could be that it's a different peaches. If the peaches are more sweet, then that won't be a problem. But this one I think
not that sweet.
It was not super sweet.
Okay, so raw pack. That's what we like best. Yeah. Less work. So there we go. There's our winner. I'm surprised.
Okay, are we ready to eat them?
Yeah. Thanks, guys. This is a reminder that there are tons of ways to preserve your fruit. And if you have a taste test, especially if you have a bunch of produce, you can do it many different ways. Do you have a taste test and then say, oh, I like it this way, or that way's terrible. In this case, none of them were terrible, but we both preferred the cold pack. So now we know, so next year if we do this again, we're only going to cold pack because there's no reason to make a...
To put extra work.
Yeah, to put extra work for a lesser quality product. It's not really less. We just like this one better. So, yeah. All right. Like and subscribe and share with somebody who has peaches or access to peaches because you don't have to grow them yourself. And have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.